Welcome again to Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway for another action event. We ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, if you could remove your caps as we pay tribute to our country with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
First 100 kids. Green is out. As they zig and zag down the front chute into turn number one. There's the sun and the wind of the last 45 minutes after a very cloudy and cool change in the weather. Darrell Dow is your leader, but he's going high, and here comes Brian Hank in the 28 off the inside of turn four, and he's now in front. He comes straight up across the racetrack. That could have been nasty. Brian Hank, your leader. Darrell Dow is second. Laura Lucan third. Josh Holtgraver fourth. And it's Russ Colasar. And down on the low side is Butch Lambert in the red number 27. Contact between Darrell Dow and Brian Hank, and Darrell Dow goes spinning. Caution on the Speedway. Laura picked up her first feature win last season in the 84. Off of four we come, and the green is out. It's Lucan on the outside with a bit of a lead going into turn number one, and she's got the lead in turn two. And Russ Colasar, who's been so fast, our feature winner and also won a heat race again last Saturday, moves to second. Down on the inside comes Josh Holtgraver in the D&T Auto Body 00, and spinning in turn four is the 65 of Tim Stefanik. That lap did not count. The caution came out before half the field was through, so that lap did not count. Off of turn four. 2 laps down and 6 remaining as the green drops again. Laura Lucan takes the lead off the second turn. Russ Colasar pedals to second. Hank is third. Then it's Holtgraver, Lambert, and Schemp. And Darrell Dow spins again, and he collects 65 Tim Stefanik, and the caution is out. And that will be the final caution for those two cars. You bring out the caution twice in a heat race, you are done for that event. So unfortunately, they are both done for this race. Tim Stefanik really was the victim there. He got nowhere to go when the 5 car of Darrell Dow turned around. Stefanik's going to the pits anyway. Let's go racing, hopefully to stay. Green is back out. Laura Lucan again with the lead. Russ Colasar again moves to second. Brian Hank is third. Josh Holtgraver fourth. Then Scott Schemp and Butch Lambert. Colasar trying to carry the momentum off the high side. Laura Lucan in the fast lane right down the middle. Still Laura Lucan by just 2 car lengths over Russ Colasar. Josh Holtgraver into third now, the D&T Auto Body. Weaver Auto Sales 00. Out in front, it's the Speed Bear Fasteners. Phil Lucan, Rep Fab 84, followed by the Froggy FM, ARL Trucking, Frontier Steel 27 of Colasar. Brian Hank now gets the 28 wound up, the Bachman Trucking SSI Computers rocket. He and Scott Shemp and the Miley BP Car Wash 75 are side by side for 4th. Lambert's Bagel Bites 27 running a close 6th. Meantime, out in front, Laura Lucan has extended the advantage. She said Laura picked up her first feature win toward the end of last year. She ran last week. That was the first night she was out this year. Looking mighty strong here in the opening part of the evening tonight. Bryant Hank and Scott Shemp continue to duel. Down the back straightaway, Shemp now has the upper hand in that race for 4th. 1 to go, lap remaining. Josh Holtgraver, second-year pilot in the 00, running a strong 3rd. Who's going to be 4th? Brian Hank or Scott Shemp? Bringing her through 3 and 4, the 84, Lady Laura Lucan, your winner in the Brockers Machine Shop Crate Late Models. Russ Colasar 2nd, Josh Holtgraver 3rd, Scott Shemp will get 4th. Brian Hank 5th, and then Butch Lambert. Dusty Curry spinning in turn 2. Looks like he lost a tire. It's headed down the back straightaway. Dusty has been the dominant driver in the Young Gun division here the last couple of years, making the big jump up to the Crate Late Models, and he lost the left rear wheel on that final lap, thus not able to get to the finish line. Off we go. The Midway Missile on the high side. One Daryl Charlier is your leader. Daniel Angelicchio to 2nd. Mike Pegger's on the gas hard in the 1C. Whoa, Steve Beatty in the B4 had a handful and then some. And he's got it into 3 and 4. And we got one spinning. It's the 39 of Terry Kerr, and he straightens it around. Still on the gas. The green is out. Charlier leads. Angelicchio 2nd. Pegger is a close 3rd. Mark Moats Jr. moves to 4th now. Pegger nosing ahead of Angelicchio for 2nd. All trying to chase the orange and black 12 of Daryl Charlier. Terry Kerr taking that car into the pits after backing it into the turn 3 wall. Angelicchio pushing high into 14, a 3rd place car. He'll lose a lot of ground in the front 2, and now he's got Mark Moats Jr. in the 15 breathing down his neck. Charlier still your leader. Pegger trying to make ground at the halfway mark, 4 to go. Mark Moats now to the inside of Daniel Angelicchio. Moats Jr., Daniel Angelicchio going at it for 3rd. Bradish runs 5th. Newcomer Ken Chernick is up to 6th, and it's Steve Beatty, Pete Loria, and Justin Lamb. Two laps to go, 2 to go. Pegger's made up maybe a little bit of ground on Charlier, but those 2 cars are about the same speed. Let's get our AccuTrack speed chronometer out and find just how fast they're going. 3rd, 4th, and 5th are tightening up. checkered flag waving for the midway missile. Daryl Charlier, Mike Penger Jr. second. Angeliquia will win the race for third. Moats Jr. fourth, and Louis Bradish fifth. Then it's Chernick, Beatty, Loria, and Justin Lamb. That last lap for Daryl Charlier, averaging 91.286 miles per hour. One of Jared Miley, 76 Dave Wade, 38 Jim Steffens, 55 of Tom Duratz, and the 0 of Kerry Gasser. Look out. Keith Rodriguez takes the lead in the 29 car. The Schultz Ford Lowry's Run Automotive, the River Salvage Airport Auto Body, Hank Meyer Excavating 29. The Calusi Chevy H1 of Miley is second. The Rosewood Manor Nursing Home 7M of Michael Davis is third, and the Yingling 76 of Dave Wade. The Speed Bear Fasteners 1 of Lucon, and here comes the Culver's Collision 38 of Jimmy Steffens moving into fifth. Miley trying to put the pressure on Rodriguez off at turn 4. The drag race is on down the front stretch. Into 1, Jared will make the pass. Jared Miley leads, Keith Rodriguez second, Michael Davis third, Dave Wade fourth, and it's Jim Steffens, Kyle Lucon, Kerry Gasser, Tom Duratz, and Dave Johnson. Dave Wade trying to close on Michael Davis for third. Four laps down. Jared Miley, your leader. He's opening up to almost a straightaway. Jared currently sixth in the point standings, our defending champion. Captain Keith Rodriguez in the second spot, getting a little high, coming off of 4, able to carry the momentum. Dave Wade now closing again on Michael Davis in the battle for third. Davis in the 7M has got Wade now a car length ahead of him in turn 2. Down the back chute, Michael Davis comes back alongside of Wade into turn 3. 3 laps to go. Davis back in third. Wade is fourth. Jim Steffens fifth. The Calusi Chevy H1 of Jared Miley with 2 laps to go leads by a straightaway over Keith Rodriguez. Battle for third has been interesting a lap or 2. Michael Davis and Dave Wade. White flag for Miley. Wade now to the outside, carrying momentum, trying to get a run on Davis for third. Here they come down the front stretch into 1. Meantime, Jared Miley pedals the Calusi Chevy H1 off of turn 4 to pick up your first heat race win for the Pizza Hut late models. Keith Rodriguez second. Dave Wade is going to win that race for third. The Yingling 76. Michael Davis fourth, Jimmy Steffens fifth. Green is out. Geisler takes off with the lead. Mike Johnson is second. Burgoon and Baker are now side by side for fourth. Johnson to the inside of Geisler off at turn number 4 down the front straightaway. It's Lynn by a car length. Larry Marks, Brandon Burgoon, and Steve Baker 3 wide into turn 1 for third, side by side for the lead out in front. Burgoon and Baker now wheel to wheel for third. Marks is fifth. Ben Miley's up to sixth. It's Geisler leading and Mike Johnson applying some heavy pressure on the inside. 2 laps down. Burgoon third, Baker fourth that lap. Wheel to wheel around the Monster half mile. It's still Geisler with the momentum coming off the turns, but boy, Johnson will be able to pull right alongside of the middle. Baker now into third. Johnson's got the advantage in turn 4. Lynn tries to come back on the outside. 3 down, 7 to go. Off of turn 2, it's still Johnson, but here comes Geisler. Baker third, Burgoon fourth, Miley fifth. Johnson and Geisler wheel to wheel off of turn 4. Can they do this for 10 laps? 4 down, 6 to go. Again, Johnson in the middle of the turn takes the lead, but Geisler with the momentum coming off. He's in front by a car length into turn number 3. 2 rocket chassis, spec powered Chevys down the front chute. Johnson will lead lap 5. Now he moves up the racetrack, trying to carry the momentum, and he'll extend the advantage. That is a Cornet-powered spec motor. Cornet-built spec engine under the hood of the 2J of Mike Johnson. Geisler second, Baker third, Burgoon fourth, Ben Miley fifth, and Larry Marks, Jim Lepro, Jim Kudis, and the 11 of Nick Durantz. Three laps to go, 3 to go. Mike Johnson looking strong. He extends that advantage, comes to the white flag. He's got a lap to go. The green machine. Off at turn 2 down the back straightaway, trying to close on the back of the field. Nick Durantz just ahead of your race leader as Johnson enters turn 3. First time here in 2008. He starts the night strong. Mike Johnson picks up the win in the Pizza Hut late models. Lynn Geisler second. Stevie Baker third. Brandon Burgoon fourth. And Ben Miley is fifth. Nick Kachuba from Imperial. And the 125 we think is Tony Capo. We'll find out. Stacy White, we're told, is in the 125. The Suburban Dry Cleaners 125. Stacy White, different car, same number. Jake the Snake Simmons, your leader. Pat Weldon second. Bill Robertson third. Then Nick Kachuba and Stacy White. Mitch Waddellette and the 81 of Robert Betts are next. Here for your Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Stacy White now to the inside of Bill Robertson. He'll slide up into third off of the fourth turn. Stacy fast out of the box. Fastest right now will be the guy out in front. That's Jake Simmons. Jake the Snake in the More Concrete Simmons Window Cleaning Damage Incorporated Chevy. Pat Weldon in second and dives to the inside into turn number 1. Meantime, White and Robertson are joining the mix. Kachuba sits by himself in 5th in the 10. Stacy White pedal down. He's moving forward on the outside into turn number 3. Off of 4, it's still Jake the Snake. Who's going to be second? Weldon may be still second at the flag stand. We'll see what happens in 1 and 2. Robertson, the 4th place car, closing in a bit as well. Stacy White now makes the pass for second. And now White has drawn a beat on the race leader, Jake the Snake Simmons, with 2 laps to go. Pat Weldon 3rd, Bill Robertson 4th, Nick Kachuba 5th, and Mitch Waddellette and Robert Betts off of 4. White digging on the inside. White flag waving. He'll take the lead. Coming to the checkered flag, Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stock. Bill Robertson to the outside of Pat Weldon now in the race for 3rd. Stacy White off the trailer and to the checkered flag, winning the first heat race. Jake Simmons 2nd, Bill Robertson 3rd. Pat Weldon 4th, Nick Kachuba gets 5th. Bobby Schwartzmiller takes off with the lead. Mark Perry in the 17 up to 2nd. Mike Mon is 3rd. B4, Dave Slade. The 50 of Josh Wetmore. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th all together. Bob Schwartzmiller has driven off. .50-50 at the gates. We got a spin. Mike Mon in the 39. Has turned around between 3 and 4. Caution is out. Caution is out. Bobby Schwartzmiller is your leader again on the restart. Little does Bobby know that if he wins this heat race, he'll be starting in the 5th row for tonight's feature. Two laps are down. The battle for second continues. Dave Slade in the 4, Mark Perry in the 17, the 39 of Mike Mon. Josh Wetmore in the 50 car. Car 50, Josh Wetmore spins around here coming off the 4th turn. Caution is out. Caution is on the Speedway. 3 laps are down, and we've got 5 remaining. Schwartzmiller leads. Slade is 2nd. Perry and Mon are 3rd and 4th. Mike Mon in the 39 trying to duck under Dave Slade for second. And it's Mark Perry and Josh Wetmore. No doubt about the leader, Bob Schwartzmiller, last year's Sportsman of the Year here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Two laps to go, two to go. Mike Mon now able to clear Dave Slade in the race for second. Mike Mon, as soon as he got up to second, decides to spin around over there. He'll get it going again because that would have been his second caution. So he'll stay out there. Whoa, he's trying to get her to go straight. Might have something bad under the back of that car. Maybe an axle broke or something. Looks like the car wants to turn left as soon as he hits the gas. Checkered flag for Bob Schwartzmiller. Dave Slade will get second. Mark Perry third. Josh Wetmore fourth. And Mike Mon fifth. And the 17L of Vince Laboon. Green is out. Green is out. Daryl Charlier with the lead. Chuck Kennedy to second. Mike Bassage third. Clayton Kennedy moves up into fourth. Mike Bassage moving into second. Chuck Kennedy third, Clayton Kennedy fourth. Vince Laboon is your fifth place car, the 17L. Charlier dusting the wall off there in turn one, your race leader. Well, once he gets it turned, it takes off. The Midway missile blasts down the back chute. The Parker Auto Centers, W.J. Beitler Trucking, Napa McDonald, number 12. And Jim Wagner in the 8 is turned around on the back straightaway to the inside of the Advance Auto Parts sign. Right near the entrance to turn 3, car 8. Jim Wagner brings out the caution. That lap will count. Laps are scored here. If half the field is through when the caution comes out, then the lap counts. If less than half the cars have gotten to the flag stand when the caution comes out, it does not count. You go back to the previous lap, the 18th of May. On the gas pedal, Charlier gets high again into one, but watch him take off once he gets that thing turned. He's back in front. Mike Bassage second. Now, young Clayton trying to pass Dad into turn 3, and he'll make the pass, or will he? They're both seeing and sawing on that wheel and gas and brake all at the same time there. Vince Laboon in the 17L up to 5th now. Clayton Kennedy's going to take third spot away from Chuck, his dad. Clayton now in his 3rd season behind the wheel of the Bauer Machining, Mars Lane Geyer Construction, number 9. Three laps from the checkered flag, 3 laps to go. Charlier extending the advantage over Mike Bassage. The Blairmont Mechanical, DFG Excavating, TS Electric, 71M. Coming around for the white flag, which signals to the drivers we've got 1 lap to go, 1 to go. The Midway Missiles having a heck of a night thus far as he won the heat race in his Brockers Machine Shop Crate Late model, and now he will do the same here in the Miley Truck Rental E-Mods, winning the first of 2 preliminaries. Daryl Charlier, Mike Bassett second, Clayton Kennedy third, Chuck Kennedy fourth, Bruce Drystad fifth, and then Vince Laboon in the 17L. 5-year leader, he's not here tonight. Bruce Drystad in the 18 second. He was in the last heat. Kevin Miller with the lead. Tom Martinek Motors to second. Then it's the 4J of Jimmy Plant, 71C Chris Bassich, and the Tessine number 10. Chris Bassich challenging Tom Martinek for second. Martinek 65 will have the spot down the back straightaway. The Allegheny Wilderness Outfitters, Bongiorni Auto, McElhaney Auto Repairs 65. Kevin Miller. Track gets slick, he gets fast. He's rolling along out in front. Tom Martinek second, Chris Bassich third. Jimmy Plants fourth, and then the Tessine number 10. This is the halfway mark. 4 laps remaining, 4 to go. Two laps to go. Yeah, it may. Good race for second. Martinek and Bassich continue to duel. Into turn 3, Chris Bassich trying to get ahead of Tom Martinek again. Kevin Miller takes the white flag one more time around. Here he comes out of Toronto, Ohio in the Bob Pierce chassis, 4M. Kevin Miller, second in the points chase a year ago. He picks up the heat race win, and Tom Martinek will edge Chris Bassich for second. Car 4J, Jimmy Plants, comes home fourth. And then the Tessine number 10 rounds out your top 5 for the amateur stocks as they get set for their heat race. Go ahead, our junior announcer Austin Earhart's gonna do the amateur stocks.
Darren Ferguson on the inside of Tony White. He takes the lead in turn 1. 22 of Robbie Thomas falls in behind Darren Ferguson. No, that is JJ Opachin, I'm sorry. Side by side, Robbie Torrens alongside JJ Opachin. It's still Darren Ferguson in turn 4 with 26 White in a close second. Oh, we have a car spinning in turn 4. It's the number 10 of Dan Dushide. We stay green. Caution is out. The green is out. Darren Ferguson pulls away going into turn 1. It's 3 wide. Kurt Bish in the middle. Kurt Bish falls in behind the 22 of Robbie Torrance for 3rd. Here's Kurt Bish on the inside of Robbie Torrance out of turn 4. It's a drag race. And the 45 of Kyle McLovic hit the wall in turn 4. The green is still out. Kurt Bish on the inside of Robbie Torrance again in turn 4. In the 60 of Brian Hutchko next to Tony White in the 76. They're still 2 wide from 2nd on 4th. Darren Ferguson extending his lead. The Green Machine 45 of Kyle McLovic is in the pits. White flag waving for Dale Ferguson. Kurt Bish finally makes the pass on the 22 of Robbie Torrance for 2nd place. Tony White has finally cleared Brian Hutchko for 4th. Coming out of turn 4, it's the 54 of Darren Ferguson. 2nd is the 00 of Kurt Bish. 3rd is the 22 of Robbie Torrance. 4th is the 76 of Tony White. Green flag waving for the 8-lap feature. The 23 of Rich Mason out to an early start. The 55 of Daniel Lloyd right on his bumper. Here's the 5 of Tyler Atkinson on the outside. And there's the 11. No. Caution is out. Michael Reft in turn 2. And the number 28 car, Brian Bear, walks into the wall. The 55 of Daniel Lloyd spinning out on the front straight. Running 9th is the 9R of Michael Reft from Whitehall. In the Bobby's Lounge, John Varney Auto Service, Cavalier. We're back underway with green. Sean Graham on the outside of this restart. Here's the 5 of Tyler Atkinson on the outside to the lead. Alec Bronaszewski in 2nd. No, that's Rich Mason in 2nd. 3rd is now the 55 of Daniel Lloyd. Sean Graham now up into the 3rd position. He's on the outside of Rich Mason for the 2nd position in turn 1. Meanwhile, Tyler Atkinson cruising up in 1st position, ahead by 2 car lengths. But here comes Sean Graham closing in turn 3. Alec Bronaszewski on the outside of Daniel Lloyd in turn 3 and 4. Sean Graham on the inside of Tyler Atkinson down the front stretch and into turn 1. Sean Graham takes the lead away from Tyler Atkinson. Rich Mason the 3rd back in the 3rd position. And in 4th is the 55 of Daniel Lloyd trying to hold off Michael Reft. Rich Mason III inside of Tyler Atkinson in turns 1 and 2. Michael Reft on the inside of Jason Pons. He advances to the 6th position. Oh, contact with the wall. Tyler Atkinson into the wall in turn 4. Meanwhile, Sean Graham has opened up about a 7-car length lead. Here's Rich Mason closing the distance in turn 2. But Sean's car just seems to accelerate in the back straightaway, and he pulls away in turn 3. Meanwhile, Tyler Atkinson in 3rd, trying to hold off Alec Bronaszewski. Little contact in turn 4. Here's Tyler Fox on the outside of Daniel Lloyd White. Michael Reft trying to repass Jason Pons in turn 2. Meanwhile, Sean Graham is up in the lead. Mason is 2nd. Then it's the 5 of Tyler Atkinson and the 08 of Alec Bronaszewski. Tyler Fox up the 5th, Jason Pons in the 6th position. 7th is the 55 of Daniel Lloyd White, but he is just passed by the 9R, Michael Reft. Sean Graham gets the white flag. He almost has a straightaway advantage over the 23 of Rich Mason III. Single file all the way back. Sean Graham spins in turn 4. It's Rich Mason III. Oh, the 5. The 5 of Tyler Atkinson is around. The caution came out before half the field passed. There is no checkered flag. There'll be if there are any cautions before, then we will take whoever started before that caution, the lineup. 23 on the inside of Alec Bronaszewski. Here's Michael Reft. He's trying to pass Rich Mason. Alec Bronaszewski on the outside. Michael Reft falls back into 3rd. Sean Graham's on the move. He's coming back up from the last starting position. White flag waves for Rich Mason, but Alec Bronaszewski and Michael Reft are still on his bumper. Rich Mason still pulls the field down the back straightaway into turn 3. Tyler Fox is around, and he collected Jason Pons in 3rd in the 33 car. Rich Mason will win. Michael Reft comes from the last starting position all the way up to 2nd. Congratulations, Rick.
Thanks.
The car seemed to be handling very well tonight. You held off Michael Reft there and Alec Bronaszewski on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, the car was so tight I could hardly drive it. To be honest with you, I didn't expect to win that one, but everything worked out, and we're here.
Congratulations. Pizza Hut has given you a $20 gift certificate for having their Pizza Hut decal here on the front fender of his car. We'd like to thank Pizza Hut. Anyone else you'd like to thank?
Tomei's Towing, Taylor Auto Body, Bear Trucking, the Gorsuch Gang, my dad, all the crew, everybody that helps out, my grandparents for supporting me, my mother, everybody in my family.
Congratulations. Let's have another round of applause.
Here they come off a 4th turn. The green is out. Moats and Shemp lead the pack into turn number 1. And we got a wreck in turn 2. We got a car over. It's Laura Lucon. Laura Lucon on her roof over in turn 2, a slow roll. Also involved the 28 of Bryant Hank, the B4 of Steve Beatty, the 65 of Tim Stefanik, the 8 of Dusty Curry, and the 39 of Terry Kerr. 84 Laura Lucon, B4 Steve Beatty, 65 Tim Stefanik, 28 Bryant Hank, and the 8 of Dusty Curry. 39 Terry Kerr also over there. 5. And the green is out. Shemp has got the lead off of turn 2. Yeah. Dusty Curry has spun out in the first turn. The caution is back out. The third time is a charm. Green is out. Scott Shemp with the lead down the back straightaway. The race for second. Mike Fager Jr. to the inside of Mark Moats Jr. Fager slides into second in turn 4. Moats is third. Charlier fourth. Angeliquio runs fifth. And it's Hochraver, Bradish, and Lambert. We have a lap in. Off of turn 2, it's still Scott Shemp in front. Mike Fager Jr. is second. Mike Fager Jr. takes the lead, completing lap number 2. Those are both 602 crate motors. Fager and Shemp. Moats third, Charlier a close fourth. Angeliquio is fifth. Bradish sixth. Lambert seventh. Holtgraver eighth. Laurie is up to ninth, and Beatty runs 10th. Caution is out. 65, Tim Stefanik is stopped here at the entrance to the front stretch. 65, Tim Stefanik brings out the caution. He sets the pace, and it's a slow pace. And the green is waving. When they get into that box, the green comes out, and off they go. Moats able to take second away from Shemp. Charlier now to the inside trying to take third away from Shemp. And here comes Bradish in the sixth to the inside of Angeliquio. Angeliquio meantime trying to get under Shemp. Close battle for fourth. Butch Lambert way down on the rail in the 27 car. Picked up a couple of spots that lap. This will be lap 5. Darryl Charlier to the inside of Mark Moats Jr. The Midway Missile moves to second. Scott Shemp and Daniel Angeliquio still racing hard for fourth and fifth. Angeliquio up to fourth. Shemp is fifth. Lambert runs sixth now. Bradish is seventh, Holtgraver eighth, Brian Hank is up to ninth, and Darrell Dow on the 5J is your 10th place runner. And out in front, it's Mike Fager Jr. Tim Stefanik for the second time spins out on the front straightaway. Caution is out. Caution out for the 65 of Tim Stefanik. That's his second. He gets they come into turn 4 with 13 laps to go. Green drops, and off they come. Charlier and Moats right on the heels of Pegger. Into the first turn, it's still Pegger in front. Moats now back into second. Charlier third. Shemp is fourth. Angeliquio ends up fifth. Good race for second. Mark Moats Jr. and Daryl Charlier. The Midway Missile swings by on the high side into second. Butch Lambert now, Louis Bradish battle for sixth into 3 and 4. Pegger's lead has grown. We're closing in on the halfway mark. He's really got thing on a rope through the turns. Daniel Angeliquio again to the inside of Scotty Shemp. He'll make the pass for fourth with a little bump in the process coming off that fourth turn. Butch Lambert and Louis Bradish continue their duel for the sixth spot as they Bradish on the outside and Lambert on the inside. 27 and 6 here off of 4. Halfway, we're 10 laps from the checkered flag. Mike Pegger Jr. with Daryl Charlier a half a straightaway back. Then back another half a straightaway to Mark Moats Jr. Pegger started in the 5th spot. He laps the 8 of Dusty Curry. Charlier now to the inside trying to get around Curry as well in turn 4. Mark Moats Jr. third, Daniel Angeliquio fourth, race for fifth now. Butch Lambert in the Bagel Bites 27 to the inside of Scott Shemp Smiley BP 75. Lambert moving into fifth. Not a bad debut for Butch. Pegger now trying to work under Tim Stefanik. No room there. He'll go to the outside of Stefanik down the back chute and lap the 65 car into turn 3. For a minute there looked like he was going to try to squeeze underneath Stefanik between he and the guardrail. 4 laps from the checkered flag. The Midway Missile, Daryl Charlier trying to put a late race charge on here as Pegger now has to deal with the 39 car of Terry Kerr, and again he's losing his momentum as he follows him to the inside, but he's able to find a lane to get by coming off that 4th turn, but the lead has decreased a bit. Charlier unable to make his car stick on the inside through the turn, pushes high off at 2. He'll lose some ground to the race leader. Mark Moats Jr. third, Daniel Angeliquio fourth. Moats slows the 15. Oh, we got a car on the back straightaway. That's the reason. 65 car of Tim Stefanik, I believe, is the caution again for the 3rd time. That is it for him. Tim Stefanik in the 65 is done for the night. That's his 3rd caution. He's having a heck of a time on the straightaways. Every spin has been in the straightaway here in this feature event. He's a long time up at Lernerville, and he's traditionally been very patient here on restarts. Likes to bring the field around at a slow speed, and then he gets on the gas. The green is out, and the 3-lap shootout is underway. Charlier will follow him into one. He'll go to the outside. And the Midway Missile trying to bring some momentum as he closes down the back straightaway. Into 3. Charlier ducks to the inside of Peger, and they're wheel-to-wheel for the lead in turn 4. Oh, that was an aggressive pass for the Midway Missile. Daryl Charlier with 2 to go. Angeliquio able to slide into 3rd in the 14. Moats in the 15 is 4th. Shemp is now 5th. Lambert is 6th. The Turnkey Foundations, Donaldson Supply, Oliverio Chevrolet 12 of Daryl Charlier. 1 lap to go. Mike Peger Jr. trying to track him down. Angeliquio 3rd. Now Shemp to the inside of Moats trying to get 4th. Lambert joins that mix as well as they enter turn 3. Charlier high, almost to the wall, but he'll bring it to the checkered flag. Peger 2nd, Angeliquio 3rd, Moats 4th, Shemp 5th. Well, the caution definitely helped you.
Definitely helped me. I never thought in a million years I'd ever catch him, and he ran a hell of a race, and we just got lucky on that one.
Tell us about the pass.
About the what?
The pass.
Oh, the pass. Well, he was bogging down pretty good on the start, so I knew I had to get a jump on him, and it just happened to be I timed it perfectly, and if I could get on the outside and just wheel it out from there, just hold on.
It's been a good night so far. Can you double up in the EMOS?
I don't know. You say that all the time. I don't like to make you any promises. I don't want to jinx myself, but hopefully we can. This is one heck of a crew. I especially got to thank Ed Turney. He's been helping me all season. He's the reason why I get these cars done. My parents, all the people that support me, the fans. Definitely got to thank Pizza Hut for donating extra money for the winter circle. Donaldson Supply Company, Turnkey Foundations, W.J. Beitler Company, Tri-State Motorsports, Brian's Decals, Oliverio Chevrolet, and just everybody.
Now, is this a 602 crate?
This is a 602 crate.
All right, so you and Mike both running the same motor. Congratulations, and go get them.
Thank you.
Daryl Charlier, folks, your winner. He's going to pick the 50-50 ticket here. Daryl. Awful 4. The green is out. 25 laps. Cal Lucon on the outside will carry the lead off of turn 2 down the back straightaway, and we got a spin at the back of the field. 0K, Kerry Gasser is parked in the wrong direction over in turn 2. Caution is out. Our defending crate late model champion, moving up into the big wars in 2008. He and Larry, a former pure stock champion here, bring the field to life again. Woohoo, it's Lucon on the top shelf taking the lead. Mark 2nd, Ben Miley to 3rd. Jimmy Steffens is up to 4th. Brandon Burgoon, Mike Johnson, and Steve Baker are next. It is Cal Lucon out in front. Ben Miley to the outside of Larry Marks trying to move to 2nd. Jimmy Steffens 3rd or 4th, and Baker slides through 3 and 4 around Steffens. He goes clear to the wall. Steffens to the inside. Burgoon right behind him. The West Virginia Rim Rider is up on the wall off of turn 2 now, trying to run down Larry Marks for 3rd. 0K, Kerry Gasser pitting. Kyle Lucon is your leader, folks. Ben Miley 2nd. Baker up on the wall again, will ride the rim to 3rd. Marks is 4th, Steffens 5th, then Johnson, Geisler, Jared Miley, and Brandon Burgoon. A real battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th into turn number 3. Marks drifting up the banking. Here comes Mike Johnson off the bottom in the 2J. Johnson into 4th now. Cal Lucon still in front. Ben Miley trying to run him down to the Calusi Chevy 99. Kerry Gasser back onto the racetrack, not on the lead lap. Look at this battle off of 4. Geisler squeezes under Steffens and follows Jared Miley to the inside of Larry Marks. Ben Miley closing the gap on Kyle Lucon. Off of 4, it's still Kid Cal in front. Miley second, Baker third, Johnson is fourth and flying. Jared Miley to fifth, Lynn Geisler to sixth. Lucon still your leader. He's running an open motor. He's got a bunch of spec engines lined up behind him down the front straightaway. 7 laps in. Ben Miley now within 2 car lengths of Kyle Lucon. Steve Baker and Mike Johnson are also closing the gap. Miley dives to the inside of Lucon in turn 4. And Ben will nose ahead, completing lap 8. Kyle battles back on the outside into 1. They got lap traffic ahead. Off at 2, it's still Lucon. And look at Johnson and Baker side by side behind them. Jared Miley is 5th, Lynn Geisler 6th. They're all trying to join the party. Kerry Gasser and Dave Johnson about to be lapped with the leaders breathing down their necks. Into 1. Miley, Lucon, Johnson now to 3rd, Baker 4th, covered with a blanket. It's clean sailing thus far. Ben Miley leads contact between Mike Johnson and Kyle Lucon. Lucon spins up into Mike Johnson. They're into the wall and the caution is out. You just knew it was too good to be true, the way they were dicing through that traffic and racing each other tooth and nail. Kyle Lucon and Dave Johnson making contact on the back straightaway, and when Kyle came up across the racetrack, Mike Johnson had nowhere to go. 15 laps remaining. Green is out. Baker bonsais it on the low side. He'll take the lead through the bottom of 1 and 2. Here comes Ben back down the bank. Geisler spins. Oh no, we got a bad wreck now in the back straightaway. Brandon Burgoon's got damage on his car. Lynn Geisler in the 1C caught up over there. Dave Wade's involved. 7M Michael Davis is involved. And there's one more car to the inside. 29 Keith Rodriguez. 29 Rodriguez, 1C Geisler, 76 Wade, 7M Davis, and it's either the 11 or 55. It's the 11 of Nick Duratz that's back there. And here they go. Baker to the bottom. Miley, Ben up high. Steve in the middle and Jared right behind him down the back chute. Dave Wade now 4th, Keith Rodriguez 5th. Baker slides into 3. How he got it to stop. Still has it. He's up off the rim and he'll take the lead. Jared Miley to 2nd. Ben 3rd now. Dave Wade is 4th. Keith Rodriguez 5th, and Larry Marks and John Flinner, Michael Davis and Jim Lepro. Off of 4. 14 laps to go. The Bland Towing Farm Used Auto Parts, Richard Construction 0, Steve Baker, and the Calusi Chevy. Miley BP H1 of Jared Miley. Close to halfway, Ben Miley 3rd, Dave Wade 4th, Keith Rodriguez still 5th. Jared drawing a little closer through the middle of the turns. Baker trying to woe his ship down a little bit, keep it down from off the wall. Trying to keep the momentum going at the same time. We're halfway. Dave Wade now to the low side of Ben Miley. Orange and white versus orange and black down the back chute for third into 3. Baker leads 11 to go. Dave Wade got a little loose into 1 that time. He'll lose some ground to Ben Miley. John Flinner now to the inside of Larry Marks has moved to 6th. Flinner up to 6th. 10 more laps to go. 10 to go. And within another 3 or 4 laps, your leaders will have caught the back of the field again. Into 4, Jared Miley has closed back in on the West Virginia Rim Rider. Side by side in 1 and 2. Baker with the outside momentum continues to lead. Lap traffic now into 4. Baker unable to keep his car on the bottom. Contact, look out. He and Miley able to stay clear of Dave Johnson, who's been in the wrong place at the wrong time all night long when the leaders come upon him. Jared Miley able to take the lead away from Steve Baker. Both guys did a great job saving their race cars. Looked like it was going to be a heck of a wreck for a while. 7 laps to go, 7 to go. Miley now extends the advantage just a bit. Jared trying to work under Kerry Gasser in 3 and 4. He will do so coming off of 4. Put her a lap down, 2 laps down. John Flinner now to the inside trying to close the gap on Keith Rodriguez for 5th. 5 laps to go, 5 to go. Jared Miley around the 55 of Tom Durant's. Knocking him off the lead lap. Jared Miley trying to squeeze under Jim Kudus, tight racing into turn 3. He's able to put him a lap down. Two laps to go, 2 to go. Jared Miley won 5 times here last year on the way to his track championship. He takes the white flag. He's a lap away from his first win of 2008. Lucy Chevrolet, Rocker's Machine Shop, Miley BP H1 out of South Park. Jared Miley will pick up his first feature win of 2008 in the Pizza Hut late model. Steve Baker gets 2nd. Ben Miley is 3rd. Dave Wade 4th. Keith Rodriguez will finish 5th. All right, he's out of the car. How about a nice hand, folks, for Jared Miley, your Pizza Hut Super Late Model winner. Picks up the $100 Pizza Hut bonus. Defending track champion gets his first win of 2008. Good run last night at Lernerville, even better here tonight. I said this to the fans. Sometimes they say you'd rather be second than first whenever you get into traffic, and it sure proved right tonight.
Yeah, I played out pretty good. I just missed Stevie on the front straight. He got straightened out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was close there, but yeah, we'll take it. Our car wasn't very good at the beginning, and it came on in the middle after I burned some fuel off, got tighter. Then at the end, I was too tight. I mean, I was hanging on to it, so.
But when a race starts out like that and you're way behind, and it was such a good race out in front, you got to be just hoping there's a caution or something to get you back in the ball game?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel bad for Mike Johnson. He was right in front of me. He looked pretty good tonight. He would have been tough to beat, I think. So, you know, that was an unfortunate.
Sometimes the cars fall your way.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, it was ugly, but we'll take it.
People you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my sponsors, Calusi Chevrolet, Brockert Machine Shop, Brockett Chassis, Hoosier Tire, Mid-Atlantic, Sunoco Race Fuels, and especially thanks to Pizza Hut for sponsoring the division. We're real excited about it this year.
UFO race tomorrow at Challenger. You can run this car here just as it is tonight. Will you take it?
Yeah, I think I am going to take it. I was talking to Mikey. He said he ran his there last week and said he was impressed with it, so I'm going to give it a try.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Red Miley, folks, your winner in the Pizza Hut late models. Green is out. Nick Kachuba is your first lap leader. Bob Schwartzmiller to 28. We got a wreck on the first lap. That has been par for the course, but the green is still out. Lap will count. We have got Jake Simmons in the 68X and Bill Robertson in the 1B. Two of the top dogs of the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Lexus Grand Prix brings the field to speed off of turn number 4. And the gas pedal is down, the green is waving, and Bob Schwartzmiller, who started this race 8th, is in a hurry trying to get the lead. Schwartzmiller with the advantage on the backstretch. Pat Weldon is third. Stacy White in the 125 moving up through the field now, trying to get by Mike Mon for 4th. Two laps are down. Robert Betts in the 81 going to rejoin the field here. He's coming down through the pit. Stacy White in the 125 working underneath the 45 of Pat Weldon. And they are side by side for 3rd into turn 1. Nick Kachuba trying to hold on to 2nd now. White has got by Weldon, and Stacy White moves into 2nd. Boy, we got a heck of a good race going. 6 cars battling for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th there. Off of 4. Oh, Jake the Snake with a little bit of help, I believe. He's up turned around coming off of turn 4. Caution is out for the 68X of Jake the Snake Simmons for the 2nd time. The More Concrete Simmons window cleaning damage incorporated alumina. Green is waving again. Schwartzmiller leads, Stacy White 2nd. Pat Weldon 3rd. On the outside, Joe Anthony, the 69, has come from the back of the field trying to storm his way to 4th. He and Nick Kachuba side by side at 2, and then we've got those 6 cars running together again for 5 on back. Bill Robertson trying to thread the needle in the 1B. Ran out of race track there. Mike Maughan is still in the 6th spot. Robertson now to the outside. Meantime, Kachuba and Anthony still having a good race for 4th. Schwartzmiller just ahead of Stacy White into turn 3. Stacy a little quicker in the middle of the turn, closing the gap. Stacy White again trying to close ground on Bob Schwartzmiller. He has definitely made up some ground now into 3 and 4, but Schwartzmiller's tough coming off those turns. Pull away a little bit down the straightaway. Pat Weldon 3rd, Joe Anthony 4th. Good race for 5th now. Nick Kachuba's got his hands full from Bill Robertson. Comes White. He seems to be much better getting into turning in the middle. Bobby Schwartzmiller still in the fast lane, coming down the straights. We got 5 laps to go, 5 remaining. Catching them's one thing, passing could be another sometime. Stacy White pulls alongside of Bob Schwartzmiller, or does he? Not yet. In turn 4, it's still Schwartzmiller. Here comes White. Into 1. White now takes the lead in turn 2. The Suburban Dry Cleaners 125 in front. But wait, we got a caution here for the 50, and that will put, I believe, the 28 back in front. That lap did not count, so Bob Schwartzmiller will have the lead back. Around 72 miles per hour average. 77 miles per hour for his average. Stacy White would be a little faster than that as he had caught Schwartzmiller. But Bobby gets a good restart. Look at him go. Stacy White trying to track him down again. Pat Weldon 3rd, Joe Anthony and Bill Robertson now are wheel to wheel for 4th in your Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Three laps to go. Two laps to go, 2 to go. .25.42 that lap, still over 77 miles per hour for Bob Schwartzmiller, and I think Stacy White served him a wake-up call because Bob's gotten serious since he was fortunate enough to get the lead back. Coming to the white flag, this is it, 1 lap to go. White 3rd, 2nd, Weldon 3rd, Robertson 4th. Who's going to be 5th? 10 Nick Kachuba, the 69 of Joe Anthony. This will be a career first if he can bring her through the fences off of turn number 4. The Schwartzmiller Ground Maintenance Denny's Restaurant Park West Supply Grand Prix career first win for Bob Schwartzmiller in the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Stacy White 2nd. Pat Weldon 3rd, Bill Robertson 4th. How long has it been since you've been here on the front stretch? What was your last amateur stock win?
About 5 years now.
So close so many times in the Spear Stock division.
Yeah, we've every year we seem to get a little bit better, and man, it's been a long time coming.
Different car this year. It works great. Did Stacy wake you up, or you got serious when you were fortunate enough to get that lead back?
Yeah, that's as close as I've been in a long time, and yeah, he definitely woke me up. Usually you don't want to see a caution, but I was glad that the 20 spun that time.
The racing gods were finally looking down on you.
Yes, they were. So we're going to enjoy this one, bud.
People you want to thank?
Phil DeVilling does so much work on the car. Phil Conner, Frankie, my wife Lynn, my daughter Rachel, my dad. Without them, it wouldn't be possible. So, Pizza Hut for coming on board this year, and every bit helps out doing this stuff.
You get a $50 bonus tonight. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you very much.
Bob Schwartzmiller, folks, your winner in the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Green is out. And they are crowded down the back straightaway. Look out, we got a hard wreck. Boy, they slowed it down just in time. It looked like it was going to be really bad. Kevin Miller, the 4M, 17JE, and the 65 of Tom Martinek. One lap in. Green is back out. Miller looks like he's got problems. Car not able to get up to speed. We have to go back into the pit area. Chris Bassich has taken over the lead in the 71C. Bruce Drystad second. Vince LeBoon, Mike Bassich, and Chuck Kennedy are next. Down the back straightaway. Mike Bassich trying to get by Bruce Drystad and set his sights on brother Chris. That's the Bassiches, 1 and 2. Chris in front of Mike. Drystad third, LeBoon fourth, Kennedy fifth. Then Jimmy Plant and J.E. Stalter. The Blairmont Mechanical, DFG Excavating, TS Electric, 71C of Chris Bassich ahead of his brother Mike, who's got the same sponsors. Then comes the points leader coming into tonight, I believe, Bruce Drystad in the D&D Auto Service 18. Vince LeBoon, who had the lead, is fourth, and J.E. Stalter, who was caught up in that first lap crash on the back straightaway, is now in the top five, challenging for fourth. And he's going to make that pass coming up off the bottom of turn 4. The Martins Ferry madman, J.E. Stalter, brought the over and under construction Last Lap Cafe. Tri-Sun Concrete, 17JE to fourth, and now trying to pass Bruce Drystad for third. Halfway. J.E. Stalter to third. It's Ohio running 1, 2, and 3. Chris Bassich, Mike Bassich from Medina, Ohio, and Martins Ferry, Ohio's J.E. Stalter, who is closed quickly on Mike Bassich for second. Will dive to his inside into turn number 1. A lot of forward bite in that 17 JE coming up off the corners. Off of 4. It's Chris Bassett, and J.E. Stalter now has moved to second. We still have 6 laps to go. He's hitting his marks on the inside lane. Bruce Drystad 4th, Vince LeBoon 5th, Daryl Charlier now to the outside of Chuck Kennedy in that race for 6th. The midway missile, the number 12. Chuck Kennedy ducks back underneath him in turn 3. Boy, good race for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Vince LeBoon in the 17L, Chuck Kennedy in the A1, and the 12 of Daryl Charlier. 4 laps to go. J.E. Stalter trying to track down race leader Chris Bassett, and he's making up some ground. Charlier is really starting to come on now in the 12 car as Chuck Kennedy goes to the pits in the Austin's A1 entry. Chuck Kennedy to the pits. 3 laps to go. Mike Bassett's trying to keep Bruce Drystad at bay in 3rd. J.E. Stalter closing even more in turn 3. Not quite able to make it stick off the bottom of 4 like he had been. 2 more laps to go, 2 to go. Chris Bassett's lead is down to about 4 car lengths. Lap traffic ahead on the bottom of the racetrack, which is where J.E. Stalter had been running. Stalter moves up a couple of lanes trying to follow Bassett. Doesn't appear to be as quick up top. Duck low trying to come off of 4 with some momentum. 1 lap remaining. Down the back chutes. The Blairmont Mechanical, DFG Excavating, TS Electric 71C. Chris Bassett from Medina, Ohio is going to win it as he brings the Miley truck rental E-Mods to the checkered flag. J.E. Stalter from the back to 2nd. Mike Bassett 3rd, Bruce Drystad 4th, Daryl Charlier 5th. Congratulations, Chris. It's always good to get that first one out of the way early, right?
Yeah, last weekend the rain come just at the right time. We wasn't worth the
crap.
Yeah. So now the track's back to its normal way.
You like it like that?
I like it, I guess. Yeah.
You know, J.E. got to 2nd. Looked like he was catching you, but I don't know that you knew that or not. But you didn't make any mistakes.
No, I tried to hold my line. I was hitting a hole down there in 3 and 4, and it kind of screwed me up. But nope. Just trying to hold my line.
When you're out in front like that and not know where everybody else is running, do you ever wonder at times?
Yeah, all the time. Every lap, every minute. So you're always thinking. I'm always looking inside, looking outside. So, yeah.
People you want to thank?
Thank my sponsors, DFG Excavating, TS Electric, my mom, my dad, my wife, my little buddy there, all the guys that help us back home. It was fun.
Thank Pete. You get a $50 bonus tonight for Pizza Hut, too.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Chris Bassett, folks, your winner of the Miley Truck Rental E-Mods.
Green flag for Kyle McLovick. There's JJ Opachin on the outside. We are 5 wide. Here's the 51 of JJ Opachin. Pulls away down the back straightaway with the 714 of Eric Goldberg right behind him. JJ Opachin pushes up in 4 and Goldberg goes by. Kurt Bish advances to 2nd. There's a battle for 3rd between Robbie Torrens and JJ Opachin for 3rd. Here's Kurt Bish on the outside of Eric Goldberg for the lead. He's on the inside coming out of turn 4. It's Kurt Bish. Goldberg slides back to second, but the 22 car of Robbie Torrens looks to take that away. Goldberg hangs on to the second position. Robbie Torrens on the inside and coming out of 4. Kurt Bish leads them again. Well, they are spinning on the front straightaway. Caution is out. 51 of JJ Opachin spun. Coming out of turn 4 for the green flag. Here's Kurt Bish down the front straightaway with the 22 of Robbie Torrens in second. Here comes the 54 of Darren Ferguson on the outside. Darren Ferguson on the outside of Robbie Torrens. Robbie Torrens now on the inside of Kurt Bish coming on to the front straightaway. Kurt Bish still hangs on to the lead for lap 4. Here's the 54 of Darren Ferguson to the lead. He's on the outside of the 22 car of Robbie Torrens. Coming out of turn 4, Kurt Bish has to settle for third. It's the battle between Torrens and Ferguson. Looks like Ferguson has the advantage in the back straightaway. But here comes Torrens on the inside. It's a drag race, but it's Ferguson. Halfway. Ferguson finally makes the pass on Torrens going into turn 3. .714 of Eric Goldberg right behind Kurt Bish. He moves to the inside in turn 1. Top 4 single file going into turn 3 as Ferguson starts to pull away. Four to go. Ryan Hutchko on the inside of the number 10 machine of Dan DeShide. This is the battle for 5th. Eric Goldberg on the outside now of Kurt Bish. He pushes up in turn 4 and Bish clears him coming out onto the front straightaway. Three to go. If Ferguson can hang on, this will be his first win in the Old Allegheny Shop Amateur Stocks. Goldberg still in 4th. Brian Hutchko finally advances to 5th position after battling with the 10 car of Dan DeShide for 3 laps or so. Ferguson with the white flag. Robbie Torrens in second with Kurt Bish closing on him along with Eric Goldberg. Coming out of turn 4, it's Ferguson with the checkered flag. His first win in the Flynn Tire and Automotive Amateur Stocks. Second place will be the 22 of Robbie Torrens. Third, Kurt Bish. Fourth in the 714 machine, Eric Goldberg. And rounding out the top 5 is the 60 of Brian Hutchko.
Oh, great.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I got a pizza too. I like it.
The car seemed to be handling pretty good. You started to pull away from the rest of the pack there for a while.
Yeah, I did a little tuning on this car. I had it this week since Tuesday, and got to work a little bit on it. Put a little bit of Roxanne, my old car, into it, and a couple of wheels and a couple of.
See, Austin, they
parts
threw a curve to you. We didn't realize that
And,
was Davey Lee driving the car.
Got to run really good.
Anyone else you'd like to thank?
Quack, quack, Ducks Unlimited. I'd like to thank Darren for letting me drive his car. And when you think of ducks cleaning, think of quack, quack, Darren Ferguson.
Congratulations.